We have seen a lot of different opinions come out in regards to the Alicia Gray incident with this fan at the Indiana Fever game. And this person says here, the guy in the black hat yelled to Lexi Hall, who was running to guard Gray, and said, "You're good, Lex. She's not even trying anymore." Gray lost her blank and said some very nasty words to the guy and the people next to him. Now, I do want to say this up front. This person never said they were at the game, so we have no idea if they were in attendance or not. They go on to say, the guy did not say anything out of line whatsoever. They were let back shortly after. Again, that's a rumor because I saw a report from the New York Post. They were kicked out of the game. So I'm not sure about that part. When asked what happened, he said that it was protocol to remove the fan to allow the player to calm down. Gray had a bad night, and there was no excuse for the things she said or the way she acted. Now, I did some more digging here. There was a fan at the game who sat pretty close to the situation. And here's what they had to say again. They were at the game. Trent Shupert, I hope I said the last name right. My seat tonight. So obviously they're at courtside and they're hearing everything go on. So they said here, I was right there and they said nothing out of line. Gray overreacted. Again, this is a person who is at the game between the Fever and the Dream. Security realized that and brought the fans back in. Okay, so he's saying that the fans got let back into the arena. So what that tells me is whatever the fans said to Alicia Gray, it wasn't as bad as what she made it out to be. When security returned the fans to their seats, as you can see here, this person's at the game. They apologized to the fans right in front of all of us, saying we just had to do our job. Props to them and to the fans for keeping their cool while Gray was initiating a confrontation. So the reason why security, according to the fan here at the game, they took them away from the situation to de-escalate things in case Gray got more out of line and out of control with her anger, which is understandable. You want to protect the players and the fans. Many in our section, same thing. Stop flopping. Get back on D. Your teammates could have used you down there. Foul merchant, the usual. So as you see here, this person's saying, hey, I'm at the game. I'm telling you what happened here. And it's going to be the internet's word versus somebody who was actually on the scene. And this person, as you see here, you goofballs don't know what was said, but you clearly didn't do your homework and didn't look at this previous tweet, as this person says. And you do know, as I love people on the internet who like to just run with a narrative and get emotional when there's actually facts to back this up and better evidence, and they're not even at the game. It could be just bots or just trolls or people just don't know what they're talking about. So as this person also says, I know she flipped off some fans at half court in the baseline area before that happened. So if that's true, Alicia Gray was just having a rough night playing basketball. And obviously the fans got under her skin. Welcome to competition, where the fans at a game are going to try to get in your head, are going to try to get to you. And they won. It wasn't racist, as you see from some fans who make these crazy accusations about the Indiana Fever and their fan base. Bad idea, because without the Fever fan base and the Valkyries right now, this league is irrelevant to people. And it's becoming irrelevant, as you have seen from views we talked about in a previous video, where Caitlin Clark's viewership, without her playing in the playoffs right now, it has dropped drastically. And it's not a good sign when you're going to negotiation table. If the players decide to lock out next season, not a good idea, and it won't bode well for the future. So again, this is part of sports. You're going to have fans get in your face and talk trash. Are there racial fans out there on the Fever side? Yeah, but I don't believe it represents the majority of them. I don't believe that whatsoever. It's just gaslighting, just making up things without having any proper proof. And it's just also hating on the success of Caitlin Clark. I never understood why there's been all this pushback towards one player who has spoke really well about your league, who has said nothing but nice things about previous players who helped build this league, if you want to say build. The reality is Caitlin Clark generally wants to see the WNBA grow. She doesn't say anything bad about this league. She's professional, and she's going to keep it that way. Obviously, people didn't like what she said about the white privilege stuff back in, I believe, January. Outside of that, I think Caitlin Clark generally wants to see this league and this product get to a point where they don't rely on the NBA and investors. I believe that truly. But when you have old media not propping her up, and you see them switch over to someone like Paige Beckers. Look, Paige Beckers has been fantastic, but she doesn't have the same pull as Caitlin Clark when it comes to viewership, when it comes to growth in WNBA. So the influence of Caitlin Clark and the popularity that she has experienced from the fans, it's not her fault. The fans just want to watch her. That's just how it works with sports or any type of product. When you market something and the fans demand it, keep pushing that out, because what's going to happen is you're going to see growth. You're going to see uptick. But when you have old media heads like Cheryl Swoops, who was lying in the past about her career at Iowa, when you have other media heads not pushing her and other players forward, then fans are going to be turned off. When you say that Indiana Fever fans are racist and that they don't embrace the WNBA, they're all about Caitlin Clark, you're going to turn them off. And when your main marketing talking points in the WNBA is activism, we deserve more money, we deserve this and that, and you talk about other topics that have nothing to do with basketball, what do you expect is going to happen? Fans are going to walk away. And if you can't handle the heat from your fans who talk trash and you have more eyeballs talking about you, but that's what you've wanted the whole time, then how can we take you serious? So when it comes to Caitlin Clark, it's definitely frustrating because I want to see her help grow this league. I want to see her elevate the league. I want to see her perform well and stay healthy. I hope next season Caitlin Clark comes back healthier than ever before. I hope that Stephanie White evaluates what she did this year as a coach and actually embraces her style. And if she doesn't, the Fever need to fire her, or Caitlin Clark needs to get out of Indiana, because you got to play to your players' strengths. And when you do not do that, then you suffer. The Indiana Fever are not going to be the Connecticut Sun. If that's what Stephanie White is trying to do here, then stop coaching this team. Go somewhere else where you can have a team who focuses on defense, wants to play in the mud and slow the game down. That's fine. That was successful with the Sun. Go that route. But if you're trying to implement that system to a roster that doesn't bode well with that type of situation, and they play better when they're running in transition, when Caitlin Clark can have the freedom to do what she wants, and yes, she'll make mistakes, but it's very impactful and it's exciting basketball. If we can't get back to that next season, assuming there is no lockout, because it's looking likely, then the league's in trouble. And they have nobody to blame but themselves, because they did not want to embrace the Indiana Fever fans or Caitlin Clark. And they had the opportunity in the palm of their hands. Think about it. Indiana is a big basketball town. Just like the Golden State Valkyries, you see the attendance sky high because the fans love basketball in Golden State. Just go watch the Baron Davis days and the teams before Steph Curry. They just packed out those arenas. So if you can't take this golden opportunity where Indiana is known for basketball, just like with Larry Bird, the reason why he was so relevant because he played in Indiana and the Celtics took advantage of that with Magic Johnson as a rivalry. The WNBA needs to learn from their history, from other sports, or like even the NBA. They need to take lessons from them and really think about, okay, if we want to get to the next level, maybe we should introspect, evaluate what we're doing, and let's get on track with what's happening and pay more attention to the fans who are embracing us and move away from these other talking points. Because if you do that, you're going to see nothing but growth, and will it take time? Of course. But if you let Caitlin Clark take charge of that situation and you embrace her, and whoever's playing with her or a rival or somebody she likes, they get attention as well. That's just how it works. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Alicia Gray situation with the fan. Do you agree or disagree that the fan was out of line? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.